Hello there and welcome to another photography adventure with me, Betsy. Today I'm out at my local nature reserve and I'm going to give you 5 tips to help improve your landscape photography and to boost your photography journey. Join me shortly when I get up the valley. So, tip number 1, don't get frustrated with your photography. It is dead easy to look out the window, you've got bad weather, it's raining, it could be foggy, anything, dull day, no sun, no light. Don't let it get you down. There are loads of photographs still to be had. All you've got to do, get out and get them. The biggest problem you're going to have is your own mind, and once you get something in your head that, oh, I can't get out today with the camera, you'll just sit in the house and just sulk. So what I would say is keep positive, don't let the frustration get you down, and just get out and enjoy your photography. It's all about getting out and trying to have fun and enjoy it. The second thing which rolls into this, which is tip 2, get out in bad conditions. As I said, instead of being frustrated at home because let's say it's raining or windy, today I'm out and we have got 45-mile-an-hour gusts. It's absolutely blowing down here. And I've purposely come out today to run through these tips with you and show you some different ways to try and get creative. What comes with strong winds and showers, April showers or storms, you can get beautiful rainbows, you get fast moving cloud. Let's turn around, if the GoPro will pick it up, the clouds are moving at one hell of a pace. And today I've brought with me a 10-stop filter just to try and blur some of this cloud motion, and I will also do a little bit of time lapse, so you can get out even in really strong winds. It could rain, look for the rainbows. Tip with rainbows is literally face the sun like I am now. Any rainbow that's going to appear is going to be straight opposite, which will be over the rocks. So if we do get a shower while I'm out, I'm going to come and set up a shot looking at the rocks there and try to get a rainbow, maybe in with a long exposure with the rocks in the foreground. For now I'm going to have a little walk up the valley. There's a little wooded area just up here, covered in moss covered trees, and it looks beautiful, it does, and I'm hoping for a little bit of light to come through, just light this moss up. So join me shortly and we'll talk about tip number 3. So tip number 3 is to arrive at your location as early as possible, to give yourself as long as possible to just scour the area and look for your compositions. Just going to turn you around. There's this little tree with the bent stem. I'm going to line up a little shot with this because this is going to tie into the last tip, which is going to be take photographs that you like, not what you think other people will like. And I am loving the shape of this tree. There's also some beautiful steps going up there. So the next tip is make sure you give yourself plenty of time so you're not rushing, and you can just stop and just scour and get in a nice composition rather than try to rush one. So I'm going to put this down, the GoPro down, and I'm going to line up and try and find a shot with this nice little bent tree stem. It looks beautiful. So my first composition today is this tree, and I've just spent pretty much 20 minutes walking around it, and I've come back to this little spot here, and I'm loving the way you got the arc of the tree and then the path just running off into the distance. I'll just show you the back of the camera. So it's a simple composition. I'm focused on the tree and I'm shooting at f11, which is going to give me a good enough depth of field, and everything will be acceptably sharp. My settings are, I've up the ISO to 200 just because it is so dark in here. F11, it's giving me 15th of a second. I'm just going to wait for the sun to come out and then I will take the shot. But we'll take a quick shot now with no sun, just so you can see what it looks like. Beautiful. So I'm now going to have a little walk. I'm going to try these steps. Just turn you around. Some steps over the back here. I'm not going to spend long here because it is literally just a shot going up a step. So if the shot looks okay, I will take the shot. If not, I'm going to walk back down the valley through this other path and through these little woods, and I'm going to set up for a time lapse on my phone on top of the camera. For anyone who was wondering what this little contraption is, it's just a holder for my phone to do time lapse with. And I'll get the 10 stopper out and we'll see if we can get some nice blurred sky, just to show you can get creative even on bad days. As I say, we've got 45-mile-an-hour winds gusts today. I think it's 26-27 mile an hour with gusts of 46, 47. So it is blowing really bad. But like I said, you do get fast moving clouds, and the conditions will help you get more creative images. Yeah, join me in a minute and I'm going to walk back down the valley. Just come across a beautiful little tree here with big vines growing up it. Just look at that business. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to take a photograph of this today, but I will come back for this another day. That looks absolutely amazing. Again, there are a couple of old trees that have come down with moss on them there. As I say, even in bad weather, whereas normally you wouldn't think of coming out with strong winds because your camera's going to be blowing about, all the trees and the leaves and everything are blowing about. But there are little sheltered areas to remember where you can come and get some beautiful images. Absolutely beautiful. It is middle of the day, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we've got the worst possible light. We've got really strong winds. There are showers forecast. I had one on the way over here. Everything that is a landscape photographer's nightmare. I don't mind getting wet. My camera gear is water resistant. Don't know if it's waterproof. It might just be that we may find out this afternoon. But it is great. The conditions look brilliant. I'm going to try and set up now. I'll just turn you around. You're pointing into the sun so you may not see. There's some rocks down here where Betsy is. And I'm going to try and set up a time lapse looking at the big rock here. Don't know what this big rock's called. If I can look it up and find out, I'll put it on now. If you don't see it, then I don't know what it's called. But again, let me just show you this. There's texture, everything in these sandstone rocks. It looks beautiful. As I say, this could be a great place for a time lapse. I wish the cloud was moving towards me as opposed to left to right, and I can feel rain in the air now. So I think I may get my wish of a shower. Oh, geez, that is strong. But I am going to try and set up a shot where I can, you might not hear me now with the wind, I'm going to try and set something up and set up a time lapse and a long exposure. So join me shortly when I can get out this breeze. So I'm just setting up for a long exposure, literally the rock, and there is this big cloud coming across. So I'm just going to wait for that cloud to come over, and what I've done, I've opened the aperture up to f18. I don't normally go this far, but today what I want is a long exposure. So at f18, that is giving me 25 seconds. The sun's just gone in, so it will be less when the sun comes back out, and hopefully we can get beautiful blurry sky. So my last tip for you is enjoy what you're doing, and don't take photographs that you think other people are going to like, just try and get likes or whatever on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Take photographs that you like. If you see something and you think, I like that, get the photograph. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You got to remember, photography is a personal thing, and something that I might like, you as a viewer now, I'll put these images on at the end of this video, and you may not like them, and you may think, what a crap video. Doesn't bother me if you think that way. At the end of the day, I've come out just to show everybody that you can come out in bad weather. You haven't got to get frustrated with conditions or anything else. Even if you think your images are boring and that you're not getting anywhere with your photography, don't get frustrated. Just keep going out and just enjoy taking photographs. Doesn't matter if they're epic, doesn't matter if they're just boring photos. If you like it and you get pleasure from being out with your camera, just go out and get some photographs. I am just doing a time lapse now on my phone. I'll just show you. Time lapse on my phone. I'm going to wait for another bank of cloud just to do a couple more long exposures with the rock. We have just had a little shower, and I was hoping for maybe a rainbow. The sun, as I look at the sun now, it is right there, right in front of this, well, right behind this camera. So any rainbows are going to appear pretty much close to this rock. So with any luck, some of this grey cloud may just throw a little bit of moisture out and we get a rainbow. As I said, don't let challenging conditions stop you getting out. Whether it's raining, I love getting out in rain. I love fog. I love getting up mountains and you get the little cloud and the mist. So atmospheric. Some of your best photographs will be had in bad weather, if not all your best photographs will be had in bad weather. Strong winds, you get this beautiful fast moving cloud. You can do time lapse, you can do long exposures. Just get out, just get out. I hope this video has helped you at least gain something. It's photography for me is about enjoyment and me just being out in nature. I love what I do, and I know that people who take photographs love being out and love just taking pictures. I'm going to end the video now. I will put this time lapse on, put the photographs on now. There are links below in the description to all the gear that I use, whether it be GoPro, the filters, the cameras. If you like the images, or if you've got a comment on bad weather, anything, send me a comment below. Even if you don't like the images, send me a message. You won't upset me. As I say, it is all just personal choice, what people like. Some people don't like it. So here's the video of the time lapse, and the images will follow. And until next time, take it easy.